Hey, this is Emerald Bodywork Education, and we are going to be talking about our upcoming class, Therapist Guide to Self-Care, and it is coming up on January 10th. And I wanted to talk to Miss Christina, the creator of the class, and ask her a couple questions. Welcome, Christina.
Well, hey, we've never done this before.
This is new. We'll do this great. It'll be great. So I would love to know what or how is this class different from all the other New Year, New You classes that usually happen in January?
Oh, how is this different? This class, in my opinion, is very different than a lot of those self-help out there. I've taken some of those wellness classes, and this is how you get healthy and happy in the new year and all of that. And we tend to do this class at the beginning of the year because that's when people are looking to, start something new, start something fresh. But this is, it's a class based on the wellness workbook. And this is a little book that I stumbled upon when I was writing another class. And I was just curious. The author had referenced this book. And I was like, what is that? I want to look that up. Well, that's interesting. I ordered it. And then I was just, you remember when I got this book, I was just in it. Like it was the most fascinating information I had ever heard. So this isn't one of those new year, new me, hey, let me fat shame you and talk about what you're not doing right. This is more learning about something that a lot of us therapists already know. We're an open system. And that's a concept that they use in this book, an open system, meaning that we bring in energy, we convert that energy, and then we put it back out into our community. And so it's more of a guide to start you on a journey. What energy am I taking in? How am I converting that? Am I effective in all of these areas? It's a lot of questions that you ask yourself. If that energy is blocked or it's converting maybe into an unhealthy way, then where's that coming from? What can I do differently? Do I need to change a thought pattern? So the wellness workbook isn't about diet and exercise. It's about being conscious and aware of what we're taking in and what we're doing with it and how we benefit those around us when we convert those energies. So it's a different concept altogether.
It does. It actually is very intriguing because when I think of New Year stuff, I always think of, let's New Year's resolution, or let's try this new thing. But this sounds more like good habits, implementing some good or more positive things in our lives.
Yeah. And I hate to use a buzzword, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's bringing your level of awareness to a new setting of mindfulness, if you will. It's mindfulness and maybe considering areas of our lives where we can influence others, whether it be our clients or our loved ones or our friends. It's kind of hitting the reset button on, what am I putting out there? How am I affecting those around me? And what can I change within me to change some of those outcomes around me? So I don't know, mindfulness. Yeah,
I think that's appropriate.
It's not I'm not going to give you any diet tips. I'm not going to give you any stretching or exercises. We're going to talk about those things, but there's more to it.
Awesome. So we will be having 6 hours together, and it does sound like there's going to be a good amount of great discussion. Are there any activities that will be helping in this self-care realm?
Yeah, absolutely. This book goes into the 12 basic energies, healing energies within the body. We don't go through all 12 of them in this class because it's only 6 hours. But with each energy, I give you a challenge. I give you a challenge for class that day to just kind of start the wheels turning. Then we have a little bit of conversation so that you can kind of have a little bit of give and take and see where everybody else is coming from on that topic. So we have some work that we do in class, and then inevitably all of those kind of lead to a greater challenge, kind of a long-term kind of goal. Each challenge kind of sets you on a path for bigger thinking and long-term goal setting.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because self-care isn't just a one-time thing.
Self-care is ongoing all day, every day. So it's not that 1 hour a week that you give yourself. Self-care is, how we talk to ourselves, how we speak to others, what we put in our mind, what we allow to come out of our mouths, what we allow to go in our mouth.
That too.
So, I mean, self-care has to be the forefront, especially for those of us that care for others. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Very, very true. So my last question, we'll see. What motivated you or motivates you to present this class? And then what motivated you to create this class besides the book? Because I know the book you were crazy excited about.
The book was awesome. The book was a great tool. Before I became a massage therapist, and probably the big motivator to be a massage therapist was I saw so many people that had really amazing callings in life, that had big goals and dreams, and their inability to understand their own body and their inability to care for themselves in a way that their body needed restricted them. So a sick body or a weak body or a negative mind, those things were preventing them from reaching their goals and really, at the risk of sounding corny, their destiny. And so wellness, understanding how can we take better care of ourselves so we can do this thing that we're supposed to do, that's my motivator. And I don't always get a lot of traction when I start talking about wellness and how to take care of ourselves and self-care. So many people see self-care as being selfish, and it could not be further from the truth. Self-care is paramount. That's how we reach our goals. That's how we find our place in life, to do that thing, to fit into the big picture, right? We're all these little puzzle pieces, and we have to have all of our parts and pieces, and we have to have everything functioning properly so that we can put our puzzle piece in the big picture. So that's my motivator. And I will talk about wellness and self-care to a fence post if I have to. It doesn't matter. Somebody's going to hear it, and it's going to change someone's life and help them reach their destiny. And speaking to massage therapist about wellness, again, if your vessel's empty, you cannot pour into other people. And if there is a blockage there and you're not able to convert that energy that you have around you into something positive for others, then as a therapist, you're not doing your part.
Yeah.
So that's my big motivator there. Is I can't think of any other way that would be more impactful to help people reach their destiny and do the work that they're here to do.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, friend.
Yes,
I get a little passionate.
I love it. I know that this class isn't one of our, most popular classes and that gets full, but I feel like it's the most important because of what you just said. We have to help support other caregivers so that they can keep caring for others.
Oh, I like the way you said that so much better than the way I say it. Will you write that down?
I don't know what I said. I'll have to rewatch it and write it down. I have no idea what I just said.
I love what you just said. We got to do that more.
Okay.
Oh,
do you have anything
hearts.
else? Oh, we try, right? Do you have anything else you want to say to the YouTubes about this beautiful class?
No, just come. I I never know what someone's going to get out of this class. What people pull from this material is very individual. Yeah, and sometimes just the smallest piece of a lesson becomes a really big deal for someone, and it's a game changer. And it may even be something that I haven't even considered to be terribly impactful, so just come to the class. It's 6 hours. You don't have to be a massage therapist to do this class. We all have people in our lives that we care about and that we care for. And like I said, self-care is for those around us. It's not just about us. So that's why it's not selfish. So I don't know. Hopefully we've piqued some interest here, and some people just come see what it's about. It's surprising. I can promise you that the things we talk about is not what is in the front of your mind right now.
And I 100% can contest to that as well. And this is a hybrid class, so it's in person and on Zoom. So if you want to do self-care in your jammies, you can.
Absolutely. Can I do the class in my jammies?
That's up to you.
As long as I get the Emerald logo on them, I'll be good.
I feel like that's safe. Yeah. Well, thank you for taking time to explain this beautiful class, because I feel like the title and the description doesn't do it justice.
I know. Yeah. Well, thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about it. I hope we piqued somebody's interest.
I feel like we did.